Welcome to Moon Eagles Wrestling. I'm the Moon. This is Joker. He's down here this time. And we actually have a guest on the show. We have a guest on the show. You guys know
Hello.
what this is. If you're anywhere
somewhere.
semi-familiar with what we do. From Hallowed Hills Entertainment, this is Jayson William Allen. What's up, homie?
What's up, man?
How you doing, bud?
I'm doing all right.
He's like, dude, I want to be on the show. Like,
So fucking convincing. I'm doing all right.
Oh, man. I'm me.
he's tired. He's been working hard.
I'm mediocre. That's about as close to happy as you get with me.
Look, he's content.
He's content.
Yeah, I'm content.
He's content.
It's all you can hope for in this life.
We really wanted to have Jayson on this particular episode because this is the guy that, like, if I hang out with Jayson, this is the guy that we see. We all go out to eat. This is the guy you see. But you wait till this guy gets on stage, and he's definitely a gimmick. Jayson William Allen.
It's because Jayson is a gimmick.
Jayson is a gimmick. Like, it's totally different.
I love you, my brother, but you are a walking gimmick, and that's why it's just.
Oh yeah,
you live
100%.
You live what you want.
I can't go walking through life the way I want to, so I got to just do it when I can. So I mean, yeah.
Just got to be the gimmick, be the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you catch this guy at Imaginarium or during the show or at some sort of themed event like a horror con or something like that, he won't look quite like this. He'll be all dolled up.
Having his guy liner on.
I got to do the makeup, man. It's part of me now. I played a show. Dude, I played a show one time. I left the DMV because I got a ticket. And I had to fly my ass to the show real quick. And I got on stage in a pair of jeans and T-shirt, and everybody looked at me like, huh?
Gimmick, see?
Now, there is a point in time in wrestling where you had to live your gimmick out in public.
Yes.
Like, if you were the Undertaker, you were always the Undertaker in public.
was alive and real,
Kayfabe
man.
was alive and well. So
that's what I hate about Unreal, man. I'm like, I don't even want that to be a thing.
Oh, trust me. I feel like there's going to be a season 3 of Unreal. When there is, we'll talk about it. Unless WWE really pisses us off, and then we won't.
They're working on it.
They're on pissing us off? Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
No, we'll probably talk about it. Actually, there's going to be a lot of WWE talk in this particular episode. But before we get into all the extra stuff, I want to ask you this question real quick. When you're out as the gimmick, when you're in your gimmick for the sake of this episode, what is the difference between the Jayson that we're talking today and the gimmick we see on stage? Like, what is the difference, and why is there a difference in persona?
I'm more comfortable in my gimmick. I feel more myself because, especially for me, and I think for any performer, you especially if it's your creation, as an actor, musician, wrestler, whatever, you created that persona because that's how you really want to be. It's not perceived well in like polite society. You can't go walk through the mall looking like that. I have. I mean,
I have to believe it. I know you well enough to know.
Yeah, I mean, I have. And I mean, yeah, I mean, like I have a show. I want to go to the mall and pick up some more eyeliner or something like that. Like, I mean, I look the part. But I feel like you create your persona with what you love. Your gimmick and your persona, which I know we'll get into. But I do really feel like, if you do have a gimmick, you have to have that persona to go along with that gimmick.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like I'm more comfortable. I like looking that way. I prefer to look that way. Now, I can't go to work looking that way. I can't do certain things in life looking that way, but it is where I feel more comfortable. And it's a good selling point. And I do feel like a lot of entertainers will go into the aspect of creating something that they enjoy being. And they should.
Yeah.
Now, Joker, you yourself have a persona of sorts. Do you have anything to add to that?
I mean, yeah. Look, on the like Jayson was saying, on the side of just being something that you're not all the time is easier than what's expected of that person. That makes sense.
Yeah.
To be Joker that would be on stage or my old radio show or even this show, I'm a little turned up. I'm still me. Like I'm always me. But there's a part of me that gets turned up way up. And
Oh yeah.
that individual can get around and deal with everything else around him better than the normal person because the persona really doesn't give a shit.
It helps me deal with life. It helps me deal with like paranoia and stuff like that of what people think about me and everything. I can go in if I'm all dolled up and the makeup and clothes and all that stuff. I'll go in and command a room, and if I'm not, I'll step back in the corner.
Yeah.
So I mean, it helps me actually socialize.
And then when you have character work, like characters that I do in the haunt. That's a whole nother fucking that's gimmick work because I'm not me at all. I'm something way completely different and having to sell it. So that part of it, that's a whole nother world of let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole show is about gimmicks, and that part of what I do is it's interesting because sometimes there's characters that I've done that it's hard to turn off. You get lost in it. And I know that a lot of the characters that we're going to talk about today, I know those individuals got lost in that gimmick, get sucked in so deep into that gimmick that it's who they become. So yeah.
And I can relate to a point because there's a slight difference between Dewan and the Moon.
Sure.
Just like you said, Joker, like, Dewan is who my mom raised. So my older friends knew that. It's my kid's dad. That's Dewan. Dewan goes to the parent-teacher conference.
Right.
But the one that goes to, a convention, that's likely going to be the Moon. He's going to walk in. He's going to attempt to, command a room. And it's not really that hard.
If you know how to do it, it's not that hard.
I tend to stand out, and it's safer almost because
it is.
Because you can always revert back if something happens, but sometimes I think like a turned up persona just helps shield. If anything, it's a shield. It shields the inner you that it would otherwise need protecting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Now, of course, that's more of a turned up personality versus a gimmick. We're going to get into a little bit of that, but that's episode stuff. We got a little bit of stuff going on before this. I'm trying to figure out. I'll have to learn. For the first time, we're actually live on Twitch.
Hey,
awesome.
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Hi, Twitch.
Hello, Twitch. Including even this Dillweed who's posting commenting dumb shit. I don't know.
Yeah, already we got dumb.
Yeah, we got dumb shit. Yeah,
I like
dumb shit. There you go.
Specialize in getting your viewers. Hey, thanks.
We're good. We'll do it the old-fashioned way.
I'm not sure how to do marketing.
It's fine. It's fine. Before we get into all that, we got we started last 2 weeks ago. Actually, we took a week off. Look, end of May with graduations and shit, end of school year, shit's tough.
Hey,
man.
look,
we got busy. All right, we got busy.
Before we even get started, I am so glad the month of May is fucking over with. Fuck May this year. In 2.5 weeks' time, I've done more things. I've sat on more bleachers. I've had more bleacher time than my skinny non-having ass could take. May is over with, and I'm so fucking glad.
Yes. Now we were in June where there are chairs involved. It's fine. June is made for chairs.
No, now I'm gonna be standing more.
Well, shit. I don't know what to tell
it's
you.
build season now. So yeah.
It is build season. Matter of fact, speaking of build season, I'm going to take a moment. We're going to go ahead and talk. I'm promoting something else later on, but you got an event at the Haunt this weekend, don't you?
Yes, Friday and Saturday. Lord Rancor's birthday.
I'll be there.
Birthday.
It is our second annual clown event for Lord Rancor. We don't know how old he is. We don't know when he was born. We don't know what day his birthday really is. So we just guess, and we just shoot it in sometime during the summer. And because the creatures in the manor know that Lord Rancor does not like clowns, what do? They clown up. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. 9 is time of doors, 9 to midnight, I believe, is showtime, and tickets are on sale now at malicemanor.com.
Malicemanor.com.
Ticket booth opens up 15 minutes before doors. It's gonna be a good time.
And if you come up, I will walk through with you.
He will too.
I will.
He will. Just as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
That is right. That is right.
Right.
Malicemanor.com.
Anytime I can walk through a work of art, I'll do it.
It's a beautiful place.
We've done a lot of work, and you know we've worked to get the front hall up ready for venue. So we've got the new queue line is up and ready to go. So this weekend's gonna be fun.
I will say real quick, like I have never seen people build faster shit than Joker and his wife. It would be every other week, and it's a fucking like they done build a half a building. It's insane. So, like, bravo.
So shout out to Amanda. Throw that out there. Shout out to Amanda.
Hey, she's downstairs with her headphones on. She's. And I don't exist right now.
If you went to Malice Manor sometime last September or last October, I encourage you to go this weekend to Malice Manor. He said show starts 9 to midnight.
9 p.m. both nights.
The work they've been doing. I mean, you guys gotta go see it. You gotta go see what they've been doing. So
and bring Lord Rancor a gift. He likes salt.
He loves salt. He loves salt.
Yeah. Salt shakers.
You know,
whatever.
People brought him stuff last year, so I'm excited to see if people do bring him shit this year, and if people bring him salt, because since last year, the Cribs episode and everything else. So
shout out to Malice Manor for Cribs being nominated for an award this year.
Yeah,
my dude right there. Both of you all.
Yeah.
And we try.
It's
going to be cool, man. I like having that, dude. If I win an award for that one, I'm going to be so proud, because like it was just something I threw together and was like, I got to do this because it's funny. And that was the only reason. I wanted to do that film just because I wanted to see it. I made it for me.
That is the reason why. That's the reason people should be doing art.
Yeah,
because you want
to. You want to.
Trust me, we don't do the art for the money. This is actually your job. You do the art for the money.
True.
But
that's okay. But it's still fun, and I love to do it. So
yeah.
And you guys do a great job at it. Like it's a great. I'm not even in the haunts. You know, black folk don't do haunts for real. But
you gotta go through it.
You got to do it, man. Like,
I'll go with you. You can hold my hand to one.
It's not that I can't handle it. We just don't fuck with shit like that. It's just not what we do. It's not.
I know, but like if I know you're coming through, then I'll tell all of my friends to really, really, really fuck with you.
And that's why black folk don't go through haunts.
That's why black people don't go to haunts.
No, dead serious. Like this is a really good haunt. Bring the family through. It's cool. If your kids can handle being scared, I'm down for scaring the shit out of kids. I don't know.
And this show's different. It's not as scary. It's well, I mean, if you're afraid of clowns, you're fucked. But
oh yeah, you're totally scared.
It's gonna be fun. So yeah, there you go. Good plug. Thank you.
Oh, of course, yeah. This is your show too. So we are going to go into our wrestler of the week, and boy, do we got some good ones. You want to go first, or you want me to go?
No, you go first because fuck. You go first.
Okay. So I picked this wrestler of the week intentionally because this wrestler, since she debuted in AEW before she went to WWE, there's been a lot of heat on this wrestler. There's a lot. She showed up really green, really, really green. And there's a lot of people who give her a lot of shit. Like, you can have Cody or Roman like miss a spot or be late or do something, and they're like, "Oh, that happened." But if this wrestler fucks up, everyone's waiting for her contract to be cut or renewed, and I don't think that was fair. She's put a lot of work in, and it was definitely demonstrated in this match. That wrestler is Jade Cargill.
Son.
Jade, the match that they had this weekend at Clash in Italy. Do I think it's as good as the match we had? We're going to talk about later on. Not quite, but it's fucking close. There's a lot of energy in this match, and Jade showed up. She had good work, people to work with. Her and Rhea, along with the, I guess for lack of a better term, the baddies, playing into the story.
Is that what they're calling them? Because I don't know if they have a name yet.
They don't have a name yet.
I didn't think
so. That's what they called Jade's little crew in AEW.
When she was in AEW, so
until then,
probably going to pull it over, but
But now we've been teasing Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair literally since Jade Cargill walked in the door.
Oh yeah, why not?
And we are slowly but surely getting that match sooner and sooner and sooner. They got a fatal 4-way either Friday on SmackDown or next week.
I think it's
a
next
fatal 4-way part of the Queen of the Ring, and it's going to be dope. Honestly, Jade has showed up, and it is good to see.
Dude, that match was amazing. I would definitely put it in the hat for match of the year for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
and again for match of the week. Fucking goddamn it, dude! Everything about our choices this week were just so hard. Like,
it was a good week for wrestling.
You fucking shooting ducks in a barrel, man. Like, it's just hard to pick because there's so much.
There was a conversation that me and Joker had earlier where it's like, "Hey, what are we going to talk about? Wrestler of the week and match of the week and." And it's just like we had like, well, we're going to talk about this later. We're going to talk about that. We're going to double up on this. So we had to like compromise on stuff. And
there was just so much.
It was so much good wrestling.
But yes, Jade Cargill for you is I dig it, dude. Like everything about her, I agree. Everything about her lately has been far better than what she has ever done.
I don't know what clicked, but whatever the fuck it was,
it's there. Her. It's fucking there. It's there. Like,
Jayson, your thoughts on Jade this week?
She proves she can sell, and that's highly important in my opinion of because it's acting. So I mean, the victim in acting is always the person in control. So she's really controlling the match and how good everything that Rhea did. Like, that's the person making that look good. So very, very impressive. It's not somebody that was always on my radar, but they are on my radar now because of that match.
Exactly. That's the thing. People have been sleeping on Jade. There's a lot of hype on Jade.
Yeah.
Coming into WWE in particular. And a lot of that has to do.
She came in under that umbrella.
Yeah, and now I'm gonna complain a little bit. It's real quick. It's the same problem I have with Blake Monroe.
Yes,
Mariah May, which was Blake's name in AEW, went through an incredible storyline with Toni Storm.
Yep,
and that put her stock so high up that by the time she gets bought over by WWE, it's like, ooh. You really needed that extra piece.
Yeah.
Blake Monroe needs that extra piece. And Jade Cargill needed that extra piece. Now Jade's displaying like, hey, I figured it out. Now I'm good.
Right.
And so there's hope.
And these are the things that help you get over without needing a championship.
Yes.
100%.
That's always important to me is how over somebody is without having a belt on them, without having a strap on them. That's highly important. I got a lot of wrestlers that I actually really, really love that aren't holding a title and haven't held a title for a long time, but they don't need to.
But they're still top guys.
Yeah, I mean they're bigger than the people holding the title.
Right.
They're bigger,
and I think that's where Jade is on the direction of being.
Yes, they're bigger than the title.
Yep.
I would say I would put Seth Rollins in that category. Seth Rollins,
100%.
No doubt.
I got my main guy. I got my main guy. Seth is one of them, but I got my main guy. That's going to be my wrestler of the week because I'll give that man his flowers until they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. LA Knight, man.
Yeah.
There is somebody so over with the crowd that doesn't get any push whatsoever, and he's that loved.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
It shows you that the Rock and the Stone Cold persona will work in any timeline and any person that can pull it off. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look, they're starting to stop doing that. Don't encourage them, Joker.
No, they need to do it more. That needs to be that's a legacy thing, man. That needs to stay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's so bad. It needs to. Look, there are certain times where I love the what chat, but then there's times where it's like, shut the fuck up. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, because they do it during during really good monologues.
Just stop. Don't do it.
And they'll do it.
No, but you're right. I'm almost afraid that we've almost missed the window in LA.
I think we have, but
we almost did when they did that fucking Dupree bullshit with him.
Yeah.
Ooh, we don't talk about Max Dupree.
I'm going to talk about it because we're on gimmicks today.
You know what? Right. You're right. Go for it.
The Max Dupree gimmick was a slap in the face to a talented son of a bitch that had already put himself over from NXT as LA fucking Knight.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had put himself over. He was already the fucking man.
We're sitting here talking about the dude, and they're not putting anything on him. It could be an Intercontinental Championship. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a WWE Heavyweight Championship. It don't have to be but he needs some type of fucking flowers, and he needs some type of good push with a good storyline. He never gets a good fucking storyline. That pisses me off more than anything.
Let me see.
And he's that guy. He's a worker,
and he can hold it. He can hold a good storyline.
He's a workhorse that's there for the right reasons. But
but I don't want him to be fucking the Brooklyn Brawler of 2026.
No, you're right.
And that's kind of what he's becoming, and I don't like it.
He is in King of the Ring. I don't know when his fatal 4-way match will be.
But so's Oba, and he ain't gonna beat Oba. Who can beat Oba? Nobody can beat fucking Oba.
Now, if you have Brock Lesnar screw Oba over,
I'm waiting for matches. I was waiting for it last night.
If you have Oba's got to win first, and then you screw Oba, or if you they're on opposite sides.
Right at the end where Oba's got it.
Yeah,
so and then Brock comes in and fucks him. Yeah.
Finals: Oba versus Knight. Brock screws over Oba.
Yeah.
Knight gets the title shot. This way, you can have Oba versus Brock at SummerSlam.
Yep.
I don't mind I don't mind Knight losing. But having a headlining match at a prime pay-per-view,
he
deserves that.
He is not a mid-card guy anymore.
No, he hasn't been for a long time.
For a long time.
And we're not even talking about Eli Drake yet. Like I could do an episode where we start talking about Eli Drake.
And there's a lot of talent that we've talked about in the past couple of shows that are like we could go a whole show about this one.
And I made a list, and I think we're going to do some character based episodes here probably pretty soon. So hey, if you are watching this, if you got some wrestlers you'd love to hear our general full opinions on,
or if you're a wrestler and you want to come on the show, you should come on.
Absolutely, you should totally do that. Real quick, Amanda has this for the haunt. She wants the full experience.
Oh, we do that.
Yeah, do it. Come and have fun. I'll be there on Saturday acting a fool.
Let's see. So now we have Joker. We have your official. My
official wrestler of the week is Ray Phoenix from AAA. Lucha. Dude. I have been a Phoenix fan since I saw him back when they started in AEW, the Lucha Brothers. I was sold. Dude is so fucking amazing. And the match that he had this weekend in AAA was just phenomenal. They keep comparing him to his brother, and I get it. But Penta and Ray Phoenix are two completely different sons of bitches. They are luchadors, but they are two different. Their style is different. Their personalities are obviously way different spectrum of one another.
Their gimmick is different,
and the gimmick is way different. He is my wrestler of the week. I think that now with him being most of the time in AAA, you're going to see really big things out of Ray, and I'm excited for it. I think he was being underutilized in every brand he's ever been with, every company he's ever been with. He's been underutilized, and I think now with him being, like I said, most of the time in AAA, I think you're going to see big things. I think within the year you will see Ray Phoenix being the AAA grand champion.
Oh, I don't know, man. And the end of the episode is going to be telling you where I think that title's going to go.
I know where it's going.
I know.
Don't mean it can't be taken off.
I know where it's going, but I would put him in the title. I would put him in the title run, at least, in the conversation of.
I'd have him in the conversation.
Being top guy against the future mega champion.
The future champion, yeah, it's coming. Go ahead and go into your match of the week.
Match of the week is going to be from Lunacy.
Jayson fucking W. Juggalo Championship.
Look, again, we always watch a lot of wrestling. You and I both, we watch a shit ton of wrestling every week. Yeah.
We spend the week sending videos to each other to watch back and forth.
No, God.
This week I watched way more than normal, especially with it being a PLE weekend. I've watched so much wrestling, and to be able to choose my match of the week was really hard. It was just as hard as picking my wrestler of the week.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with the Mecha Wolf match.
This is from Caleb Conley. 46, 47. So it was technically last year. So be clear, when we do our wrestlers of the week, we watch so much wrestling. There's so much new wrestling.
Yeah.
But we do go back and watch other things.
So this wasn't last week's match.
No. They're on like Lunacy
86.
Something like that. So this is wrestling that we watched in the last week. That's what we count as match of the week, match of our week.
I mean, because look, out of stuff that was live this week, I could have picked several different matches to throw
the
up
Jay Cargill,
and say
Rhea Ripley match was
100%. That was probably my number one choice next to what we're going to talk about at the end of the
That is my number one choice.
That was my number one, but because we're gonna, talk about it later.
I think our fair.
Well, that's my number one choice, other than the one we're going to talk about later.
Right. Yeah. To be fair, but this match, the Mecha Wolf and Caleb Conley, dude, this was the return of Mecha Wolf back into Legacy or Lunacy rather. He had been gone from JCW for I think 6-7 months. On the shelf, I think he was injured or some shit. This was his return, and it was against. I'm not a big Caleb Conley fan. If you know me, you know that I do like the schmuck characters. I like the smug shitheads. They're fun, but Caleb Conley's just a fucking joke to me. I think his gimmick is it doesn't work for a guy that looks like him. If that makes does it
100%. I mean, Joe Noah was a thing at one point. So yeah, I mean, Yeah.
It just doesn't sell for me. But this match, Mecha Wolf is another level. Like we were talking about gimmicks today, and he is a gimmick.
Oh yeah.
From the face paint to everything, he is a juggalo wrestler.
Mask. That
the
mask is killer.
Dope.
Oh, that's such a good mask.
But when he pulled it off and then had the fucking dope ass face paint, and then when he screamed, dude, it looked like his fucking jaw was unhinged. And I was like, that right there, the whole crowd was like sucked in. He's spitting blood. It was beautiful. It was good shit. It was fake. But then the in-ring, again, the match had everything. You had Caleb's fucking valet getting involved. Jeeves getting involved several times in the match. And then having the conflict with one another. And then ultimately, the end of the match. But it was just a lot of fun. It had every attribute of a badass match that you would want. And it's not from a major company.
Yeah. The thing that intrigues me about the Juggalo wrestling is it still has that historical premise of the Carney vibe to it.
Oh, very much so.
And they took it definitely back to its original origin.
It's very much gimmick ridden. The whole company. But
we're going to talk about them specifically here a little bit later on.
But watching that episode of Lunacy was so much badass fun for me. Like I said, that match above all stood out. The only other match that really stood out for me personally was the Madman Pondo match, and that's only because I know Pondo, like personally, like I'm friends with Pondo. So it was really cool to watch him wrestle again, and it's been a minute since I've seen Pondo in ring, and he was at the time was JCW heavyweight champion, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty good match. If you guys get a chance to go find it, it's like I said, it's JCW Lunacy 46
was the
episode. If I had to put money on it, I'd say it's 46. But the match in question contains Caleb Conley versus Mecha Wolf for the American Championship.
Yep.
And also Luigi Primo versus Thunder Frog.
Where can you find that? Where can you find that at?
You can find it on YouTube. JCW has a channel, and then Psychopathic Records also. You can go through their channel and find anything JCW.
Okay.
So you want to find the newer stuff? Go to Psychopathic Records, their page on YouTube.
Yeah.
But if you go to JCW Lunacy, they're starting to upload a bunch of stuff.
They're uploading the newer stuff. Yeah.
So they're getting to it. So I would suggest after watching this show, especially if you're already on YouTube, then just jump over and check out.
And if you are a fan of our show, you already know that we encourage you to watch other brands. And if you've been watching OVW, fucking JCW calls up OVW wrestlers all the fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
One of my wrestlers that I was going to make a wrestler of the week this week was on that show, and I got excited. Hollywood Haley J, baby.
Hollywood Haley J. If you saw the Netflix show docuseries Wrestlers, if you watch her in the ring, that is a character. I think she was in WoW also for a little bit.
Yes, she was in WoW for a little over a year, I believe.
So yeah, so watch, like, literally, guys, like if you love wrestling as much as we love wrestling, watch JCW. Never thought I'd be pushing a Juggalo show. Watch JCW.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Dude.
I watch OVW, like on Thursdays, there's like OVW and TNA. And I love TNA. I miss that show almost every week, but I never miss OVW.
No, I never miss OVW.
ICP was in WCW, man.
And a short stint in WWF. They were in both.
And you never realized how small Violent J and Shaggy Two Dope was until you saw them up against wrestlers. And you're like, dude, they're tiny.
They were against the oddities, where these guys were the 7 foot tall, like the 7'4" dudes.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, there you go.
Now, before we go into the actual conversation of the show, we're doing a little something special here for a friend of ours. They're putting on a show called Melofest 15 here in Kentucky, and I got a little video from its founder and organizer, Alan.
Our buddy Alan Ashbaugh.
Simon Burrell. The buttons were to click. Here we go.
What up, y'all? Ashbaugh here. Hey, I wanted to remind you about Melofest 15. That's July 24th and 25th, 3929 Beach Grove Road. We've got 15 bands. It is all weekend long, $15 a day or $25 for the weekend. But the $25 includes your camping spot, fishings. It is an all-ages event, so you can bring the kids if you want to. I say bring them on down. Let's have some fun with the little ones. You can bring a non-gas-powered boat or a floaty, but you have to sign a waiver before you get into the water. That's all we ask. This year, we're going to try to raise gas cards for the Brown Cancer Center. So please, bring your family. Come down and enjoy a weekend of some good music, some great company, some of the best people I can find, and do it for an amazing cause. Oh, what can I say? Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Ashbaugh out.
My dude, Alan Ashbaugh.
He's been doing this show forever.
A long time.
Long fucking time.
Now I gotta put the good glasses on. Let me do this promo. This is Metalfest 15. It goes July 24th and 25th. It's at 3929 Beach Grove Road in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Admission is $15 a day, $25 for the weekend. That's both days.
That's cheap.
Damn shit! Like there's going to be a lot. There's going to be camping, fishing, swimming, and 15 live rock bands there for the course of the weekend. $25 to get it for both days. Why not? Why wouldn't you?
Go to both days.
What else are you going to do that weekend, right? You're welcome to bring your lawn chair, your tent, your fishing poles, your camping gear, kayak, your canoe, a small grill, fire pit, coolers, and of course you can bring your kids. Like I said, just sign the waiver before getting in the water. Legal. You know how it is. That's Melofest 15. Any further questions that you have or any other if you're thinking about going, there is a link in our description. So just go down there, click the link. It'll take you to the event page on Facebook. It's already there. You ain't got to wait for it. It's already there. Click on the link and you're ready to go. So go on there, get all the details you need. Contact Alan if you have to. Tell them that you're going to go down there so they can make sure they have enough stuff. Now, I don't know about all the people who are going, but I remember there was a dude, talking about some frickle pickles. Everybody in Louisville knows about them frickle pickles.
Good.
I'm not saying he's coming down there, but he was sure enough interested. So they were damn good fried pickles. So food trucks, there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. Go down there. At the very least, go down there, support one day. Like they're saying, they're trying to do all kinds of stuff to help the people who are suffering, dealing with cancer, trying to get gas cards.
Do both, man. It's good for charity. He's always done it for charity, man. That's I gotta get my hat off to him, man. Just
it's a fuck cancer event, man. So yeah,
it's a fuck cancer event. So at the very, very least, hell, if you don't buy the tickets and then go somewhere,
let somebody else go
if you want to go. Give the ticket to somebody else. But I encourage you're going to have local music and you're going to have these smaller bands. Remember, all your favorite bands were local bands at one point. So go down there, support the music if you want to, support the cause, because why wouldn't you?
Bravo.
Yay for guest spots.
I have a bad question, but never mind.
He forgot it.
That's the edibles.
This show can be stressful. All right. So now getting into the main body of our conversation, there's important to distinct the difference between gimmicks and personalities.
Yes.
So that's kind of what I want to go through here. We know about The Undertaker. We know about like the Boogeyman. But then you got people like John Cena, CM Punk, and Randy Orton. They're not really gimmicks. They're like heightened personalities, like we were talking about earlier. So, Joker, if you had to like really define the difference between a gimmick and a personality, like what would you go with?
A gimmick is something that you utilize to get yourself over in an entertaining fashion, such as extra face paint, proppage.
Props, yeah.
your gear is part of your gimmick. Whereas in a persona, it is more of the individual as opposed to an act.
Yeah. Jayson, thoughts?
Taking away persona, I feel like persona is a gimmick, especially in the wrestling world. Because, you know, when you look at John Cena now as opposed to John Cena in the ring, Dr. Thugonomics, that was a gimmick.
That was a gimmick.
You know, and then when he went to like the John, and then he went to like the John Cena, the jorts, and just who he was, the hustle, loyalty, and respect. That was something he believed in. But, you know, John Cena wears a 3-piece suit at all times when he does interviews and is on the red carpet. I feel that a good gimmick would have to be something that is sold as the person. So you don't break kayfabe. You are this thing when you're on screen, and you never see you outside of that persona.
There you go.
Other than when, like, say Rhea Ripley does an interview, she is Australian, normal, even though she believes in her thing and she likes horror, she likes metal, she likes goth, and she wraps that up into her persona. She is just Rhea Ripley in an interview.
Right.
She's somebody you can kick it with, somebody that's normal.
And
as opposed
also,
to
like, that's not her name. So, like, also the adoption of a new name.
Right. But as opposed to, say, and I'll get to them, the whole 6 later, but as to, like, you know, Bray Wyatt, you're never going to see the Fiend do an interview. So just like with Undertaker, well, damn.
Too soon.
But no, I mean, like, just like Undertaker didn't really break kayfabe until after he retired.
Yeah.
So he was married to his character. And to me, like, that's the difference between a really good gimmick. You're married to that gimmick. That's who you are. And that's how you got to perceive yourself to the world, as opposed to playing a character on TV.
And I would say even before that, I would say, like, because I have a couple of examples where you can look at something different. You mentioned Nikki Cross. You mentioned the Wyatt Six. And so from Nikki, I'll go with Nikki Cross. There was Nikki Cross, like when Nikki Cross was Insanity. Shout out to Nikki Cross and Damo for buying Progress, by the way.
Thank you for saying something I was going to.
For buying Progress. I love when wrestlers own wrestling companies or rock stars own wrestling companies. Billy fucking Corgan.
Billy Corgan, baby.
It's a whole other conversation. But Nikki Cross versus like Nikki ASH. Nikki ASH, like crazy Nikki. I think it was like a turned up, it could be interpreted as a gimmick. But Nikki ASH, almost a superhero, absolutely a gimmick.
100%.
Because she felt that. She believed that she was almost
she pitched it and they took it.
Yeah. Remember that, guys. Before you guys start getting really, really pissed off at the gimmicks that wrestlers have, that's a good chance they came up with it.
Yeah.
Especially now. Back in the 80s and 90s, maybe not so much. But now,
since Ruthless Aggression is specific,
creative freedom is a big thing.
I remember meeting Eugene. And when I talked to Nick Dinsmore, I was just like, all right, I gotta know, like, whose idea was the Eugene thing? And he's like, that was mine.
That was his.
They just let me run with it. And it really did take me back, because you really want to, like, wow, they really don't like them like that. Because there was a lot of people who saw Nikki ASH and like, wow, this is what Vince is going to have her do.
This is what they're doing to her, right?
Yeah, like how can they disrespect her so much and not like her at all? And you turn around and find out she wanted this.
She pitched it. That
was her idea.
Chelsea Green's whole thing with when she had the United States Championship.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, that was a gimmick. I mean, she just sold that persona.
Yeah.
Chelsea Green deserves an episode of her own. I could talk forever on it.
Oh, you already know how I feel about Chelsea Green.
That's an episode in its own right. That could do almost no wrong.
But you can also look at Alexa Bliss as like how she is now. She at least kept the dark persona from when she was possessed by Bray and all that stuff. But when that was going on, when she was working with Bray, she did have a gimmick.
Yeah.
So she just kept the dark persona from the gimmick.
Now, you know, my question to you, Jayson, I'm going to throw this one at you. How important do you think kayfabe is now with gimmicks as opposed to back in like the 90s with kayfabe? Because you talked about the Undertaker being a gimmick, and you know that was in a time where kayfabe was super big, where if they had to live it, they had to go out and be this person, right? So now, how important do you think it is now with gimmicks and kayfabe and trying to get over with the crowd and to sell it?
More important. Here's why. For one, like, we are in a technological age where it's easily broken. I mean, it was easy for the Undertaker to hide his persona back in the 80s and 90s and stuff. Now it's even harder now. Like, you can't do nothing, and if you do an interview, you have to do it as that character.
Right.
And so it's highly important to me. And the reason why I can do the whole cliche thing where, like, I like magic. I learned some magic tricks, and then I quit learning magic tricks because it pissed me off because I didn't want to know how to do magic tricks because, like, I don't want to know. I just want to be like, I know it's fake, but I want to be like, how'd they do that?
Right.
And, you know, and it's the same way with the kayfabe aspect, in my opinion. And it's not just for us. We all know it's fake. We want to watch TV and have the illusion that it's fake. And then some wrestlers are able to do that. There are some wrestlers that I believe, I genuinely believe that Roman Reigns really beat the shit out of Jacob and made him, like, fall in line. But on the other hand, like, they're at a family reunion together hanging out. Or they are the most dysfunctional family that ever existed. But I highly, yeah. But I highly believe that, and this is what hurt wrestling for me, when they started really doing this breaking kayfabe thing and, like, telling the truth. I mean, we all know it's fake, but, like, the 8-year-old or the 10-year-old doesn't.
And we were all me, damn it.
We were all there. Well, we were all there at one time, and that's when we fell in love with wrestling.
Still real to me.
So I still feel like they need to have some level of having kayfabe with these gimmick, at least with the gimmick characters.
Yeah.
And it's also where, like, I feel like it has something to do with, like, other than creative shit on it, which they needed, like Joker and Amanda writing their shit with the Wyatt Six. There was so much that could have been done with that instead of getting rid of. I mean, they were already a haunted house at Halloween Horror Nights. So, I mean, there's a lot that could have been done there. But with the fact that you're throwing everything out as fake at this point, what can you do with it? Nobody's believing it. You got to make it believable. And kayfabe is really important in the aspect of making it believable.
I'm not gonna rant on the Wyatt Six's departure. We've already done that. I would suggest you go back and watch our episode on WWE releases. We had a lot to say, but I think you're absolutely right, Jayson. Honestly.
I mean, you're pushing, like, fucking American Ken doll, Cody Rhodes, which has lost all credibility after the whole Rock thing and everything, and he won the championship the first time. Yeah, he finished his story. You don't have anything with him anymore. With Roman fucking Reigns, like, I like Roman, I do, but now we're redoing the bloodline, which is a fucking gimmick in itself.
I'm so happy for it. I'm here for it.
I'm not. I'm not
here for it.
I'm not. They need him to make him the badass on his own, dude.
Look, I had chill bumps last night. I just slapped them away. That shit was beautiful.
I'm tired of palm trees and coconuts, man. Like, I mean, like, if this is, but the thing is like, you're hinging on these characters, 2 fucking characters, which inevitably, like, the whole atmosphere of WWE is based around these American Ken doll and the Wish version of fucking Jason Momoa. And you're wrapping the whole storyline completely around the WWE with them so they can meet for a third time.
I will say this. I will jump in and say this. There was a point in time when I started watching wrestling where when you looked at the top guys that were circling the world title, mind you, the time when there was only one world title, but when you see the people who were circling the title, it was Austin, Rock, H, Undertaker, Kane, Mankind. There's at least 6 people circling the title at one time. Fast forward and you look at like the SmackDown 6. I can't remember which 6 it was, but you look at SmackDown around 2004 or 5, and you had like Brock, Big Show, Angle, JBL, Eddie Guerrero, Edge. There was always at least 5 or 6 people who you could easily put the world title on, and everyone was down with it. If someone dropped it, and the fact that they were all believable world champions because we built them all up simultaneously means that every event, the title could change hands.
Yes.
Which made every world title match worth watching.
It meant something.
It meant something. And you had to watch it. You couldn't be like, all right. Like, I'll tell you this. If I have to have somebody picking matches for me and winners, I'm calling Joker. Joker's good at calling matches and who's going to win. And again, they'll throw some swerves on you. But
I missed my calling. I should have been a fucking creative in fucking WWE or
that is my dream
wrestling.
job. But did you really think Soul wasn't going to win?
Well, of course you would.
Right. Did you think that Roman wasn't going to win?
He has to.
Exactly. So
because everybody knows that you got to get to Oba taking the belt off of it.
Exactly. So
it's too predictable now. That's another thing about it.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. It gets to the point where it's too predictable. I knew that Brock Lesnar was going to beat Oba. Why? Because they have to go to a match 3.
Duh.
So Oba won first. So Brock's going to have to win this time. I just didn't want it to be like a 30-second beatdown.
No, I was impressed with that match.
I was glad they did. But
I was impressed as shit.
Again, we knew Brock was going to win. Back in the day, there was a period of time you did not know.
You didn't know
who was going to win the world title because every contender was viable, and there was a reason in story that anybody could have held that world title. We don't have that anymore. We disagree on the bloodline storyline, but at the same time, you're not wrong about everything surrounding Cody and Roman.
You're not wrong at all. Like
if they do a different swerve with it this time, then they're doing the right thing. I just don't think they will.
I think they will. I think that enough people talked about it. I think that it got campy, especially when they pulled Sami Zayn in. It got silly.
Best time.
But it was entertaining with Sami at least.
But it at the tail end, it was too drawn out of the. Is it supposed to be they're badasses, or is it supposed to be funny?
I can see that.
Are we supposed to respect the bloodline, or are we supposed to laugh at the bloodline?
All I can say is they cannot have the bloodline coming in, interfering in all of Roman's matches because it makes him look weak.
I agree.
But it makes the group look like dominant.
True.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off. And again, to bring it back to topic, this is kind of where understanding and making sure that your gimmick is clear up front is important. If you're going to do the gimmick, don't be confused with it. Don't be confusing with it.
It has to get over.
Right. If you're going to be a badass, be the badass. But we got to see you be the badass.
Let me see.
Oba Femi is every big man, what every big man wished they were.
Yes.
Oba can stay Oba for the next 10 fucking years, and he's going to be over the whole fucking time just because he's Oba. He's over Oba. I mean,
and it's but everything about him, the way he carries himself, the Oba strut, on its own.
It's a TikTok trend. It's a fucking TikTok trend. That's a gimmick in itself.
It's a gimmick on its own. The Oba strut is a gimmick on its own.
It's a thing. And what we mean by that is like, 'cause I know we've kind of defined it like a couple different ways now, but when you look at something like the Oba strut, it's something that if it was taken away, who is this even character anymore?
He wouldn't get over as well without that extra thing.
No.
Because it's not.
It gave people something to latch onto, and that's ultimately what a gimmick is for: is to give people something to latch onto and take home.
It's like yeeting. That's why is okay. I'm picking my microphone up. This is the problem. That
That's a segment. I'm picking my microphone up
with the Usos. Okay, here's the thing about the Usos. The Usos have always been a great tag team. They're one of my favorite tag teams. We've already discussed that on our show about tag teams. But what they're fucking around with the Usos' music now.
No, they should have left it with Jay's.
It's only because Jay's music. No, they should have went back to their old tag music.
No, okay, I'll give that. Yeah,
Jay's music was Jay's music. Jimmy's music is Jimmy's music, and they should have just went back to the old Usos theme that they already had. Now they just have a modified version of Jay's theme. No respect to Jimmy Uso. There's no respect to Jimmy Uso.
That's a whole new level of pissed off that I got right now.
Yeah, there's no respect to Jimmy Uso.
They pushed the wrong brother.
It's not even that. They can push both.
Jimmy's awesome on the mic.
But can you imagine the disrespect to have the tag team back together and everything's still about Jay?
But I don't know why, because Jimmy's way better.
Last night.
Exactly.
What happened last night?
Exactly.
Roman put Jay over instead of Jim.
The motherfucker forgot about Jimmy.
He said, Jim, what up? Jay. Come here. You got to stay with me. You ain't doing nothing yet.
And maybe that pause is something where they're actually going to do something with Big Jim, man. But I mean,
But that's where I feel like if they do another bloodline run, gimmick wise, like we're talking about, I think that it's going to be a lot more inner turmoil, especially with Jacob Fatu acknowledging Roman now.
Oh, and you can tell that he don't want to. And you tell he's pissed off.
Already he's ready to beat the shit out of his cousin. So
yeah,
like literally in the same breath. I acknowledge you.
I acknowledge you.
I'm gonna keep my word. I acknowledge your bitch ass.
Yeah, you don't mean shit to me.
Yeah.
So that Jacob J match is going to be telling.
Which is all creativity and in a line, like, even though it's all persona, they're working that family gimmick.
It's a gimmick of the family.
Of the family. So that's a gimmick in itself. And that is honestly where I would say with the bloodline, because you have the gimmick with the outside characters and the storylines that they build with whatever, Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, whatever. They always have their inner turmoil gimmick within the bloodline. So it's always a storyline within a storyline, which is intelligent as hell.
Now, I'm going to say this, and then I want to kind of move forward a bit. I want to say this. In the same light as we were discussing Jade Cargill earlier,
okay,
there's a lot of hype still on Jey Uso. I have nothing against Jey Uso, but there's a reason. If you do watch Unreal, you know that there's a reason why they pulled the plug on him and then they pulled it back.
Right.
After a while, he became all gimmick. And it was just, I'm Jey Uso, I do yeet. And actually, the run it back was better in WSW.
Yeah, but I mean, it might have became all gimmick.
He did.
But it hyped the crowd up so much. And as a live performer, that's important.
It does have its purpose, but after a while, you can't just have a gimmick as your world champion.
No.
So my point here is, eventually, when we get Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso one-on-one, this is going to be, that's the match that's going to have to match wits with Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley. That's going to have to be the match that Jey Uso steps up and says, nah, y'all put me in this position to be like a main event guy. I'm showing you I actually am that main. I'm more than just a gimmick.
That match isn't going to make me horny.
I don't know, Jason. It might. We know you.
It might. I like Jay a lot. I do. I like to yeet all over the walls.
See, I knew this was coming up. So just a couple of things I brought out on a list of like gimmicks versus personality. Like the difference between King Booker, Booker versus Jerry the King Lawler. He was called the King. He wore the gimmick, the get up, but who really acted like a king? King Booker. I mean, King had his core back in the day, so we're not going to ignore that. When we mentioned the Undertaker, it was like the Lord of Darkness versus the American Badass. I feel like the American Badass version of Undertaker was more Mark Calloway turned up.
Yeah.
Versus the Undertaker is, I am the Undertaker.
Dead Man Inc. era was so
yeah. Isaac Yankem versus Britt Baker DMD. So when you had Glenn Jacobs pretending to be a dentist versus someone who actually is a dentist and you're just mentioning it while she's wrestling. And then I just want to throw out some other names because I just like these gimmicks. He went from the American Ken doll to Stardust, turn it backwards. But obviously, of course, Gold Dust, Stardust, Luchasaurus, Crazy Steve, Rosemary. I fucking love Rosemary.
I love Rosemary.
I'm
waiting to see if you mention one that I have on the tip of my tongue that I absolutely loved back in the day. So,
Doink.
I love Doink, but there's one more that everybody always forgets about for some reason.
Who?
Fucking Papa Shango. That Ultimate Warrior and Papa Shango feud in that segment where like Warrior was puking up and stuff because he put a curse on him and stuff was forever grained in my memory.
That was so much body paint.
Yeah.
There was a conversation that they actually had with Godfather about.
And then he became Godfather after that, like,
which was the greatest. One of the best.
Yeah, that was the greatest gimmick for him.
ever.
I'm gonna save the Godfather quote for. I'm gonna hold on for that just a second. One of the best gimmicks out there now is actually the subject of the last section of the conversation. We are going to talk about El Grande Americano, both of them. We can't get. This is the highlight of this episode. Funny enough, we were going to do this episode prior to this match taking place.
That match made it just like even more important.
We did this episode last week.
We planned this episode months ago, like a month or so ago.
Yeah.
So we held off, and I'm so glad that we held off, that we get to close up this episode talking about El Grande Americano from this weekend. But we're not there yet.
What about Demolition? A tag team gimmick.
Gods. Yes, it was one of my favorites.
Demolition as a tag.
LOD and Demolition, dude, were the greatest BDSM gimmicks ever.
LOD was a great tag gimmick.
Like, I wonder if they literally hit up some like sex shops to make their fucking wardrobe. Like, I mean, probably. I mean, I would have.
Back then, tag gimmicks were actually the bigger thing because they had to have a gimmick as a tag.
Highlanders.
The Highlanders.
Remember the Highlanders?
The Rougeau brothers.
The Rougeau brothers. Yep.
The Headbangers.
Well, even the Rockers. With Shawn Michaels, man. Where Shawn Michaels came out of it. Marty Jannetty. Yeah.
The Mounties.
The Mounties, Natural Disasters.
I go all day long on stupid shit gimmicks, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. The 80s were my jam, dude. That's what I fell in love with this crap with. I mean,
that's what wrestling was.
Yeah.
Wrestling was a gimmick. Every bit of
You had way more gimmicks back in the day. I feel like we're missing that today.
We are.
That's what I always brought up the Wyatt Six and why they didn't do anything with them creatively. They could have. But
you're seeing it more now. in all brands, not just the WWE. So let's stop talking about WWE for 5
Yeah.
Let's talk about other brands that are running dope ass fucking gimmicks that are starting to resurrect kayfabe to sell that shit.
Because you have to have kayfabe to sell that. You have to. You can't break kayfabe and keep like I think. Last mentioned WWE for a minute, but like I feel like since they're under TKO, they're going more towards we want to sell this as real people, real things, real fighting, even though we know it's fake, as opposed to other wrestling organizations who are like, we're professional wrestling. We're wrestling entertainment.
I think the other big guys, particularly AEW and New Japan, they recognize the influence of the indies.
Yes.
Right.
So I think there's a bigger embrace to the indie wrestler who, if I'm going to, not at 40 fucking 2, but put me at 22, 22-year-old me is not going to walk out as Dewan L. Hearn. No, I would have been the Moon. I would have had to have something a nickname, something with my music, something in the ring, something to make me stand out. Because on the indies, it's literally a free-for-all of everybody else who just is fucking doing it.
And I think they still realize that it's still wrestling entertainment. That gimmicks are entertaining.
But it's the difference between pro wrestling and sports entertainment.
Yes.
Like there's a
yes.
And I love AEW for purposely pointing that out with like the Jericho Appreciation Society, where they actually highlighted
that whole fucking run was so.
Well, even Darby at this point. I mean, I love his gimmick. He's himself. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of like with what we were talking at the beginning of the episode, where like putting yourself into your gimmick and stuff. It's who he is, but it is amped up, and he has turned it into this gimmick with the face paint. I mean, his move's the coffin drop. I mean, how perfect of a cool name for a move is that? So I mean,
backwards, and people sell it. I love it.
Yeah, and you're starting to get hardcore now. Now that Sting's not necessarily attached at the hip with him, now you're going to have a hardcore legend attached to him, and you're bringing back that. That's one thing I love about AEW. They're not afraid to get bloody a lot.
No, John Moxley. I've already started. Yeah, bleeding. I said John Moxley. I've already started bleeding. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you got to make this stuff shocking to people. I mean, that's what they're wanting to see. You got to. You're either doing theater or you're doing a movie. If it's on TV, you're watching on TV, you're doing a movie. If you're watching it live, you're doing theater. And
that's the greatest form of theater. One Elhern/shop for the T-shirt that says that.
Well, I would say that I've gotten a new appreciation for the Han industry as the greatest form of theater, but there's nothing more immersive than the Han industry of theater, and I'm a theater guy, so bravo.
There actually is a pro wrestling T-shirt that says on the back that wrestling is the greatest form of theater. You can get it at DewanAlHearn.com/shop. All right.
That was genius and sad at the same time. It made me cry and laugh.
Theater, comedies, tragedies together. But no, I think there's something really real about understanding, particularly today, what pro wrestling is, and watching a bunch of indie shows, a lot more indie wrestling, more like smaller feds, however we wanted to define it. That is watching World Series of Wrestling, watching Juggalo Championship Wrestling, watching Ohio Valley Wrestling. That has really opened
OVW, man,
me of what pro wrestling really fucking is. Like, if you've never seen, like, I forgot what the actual match is, like who the characters are, but it's basically like the Invisible Man versus the Invisible Man, and it's just a dude as the only people who are actually in the ring is the referee.
One guy in the referee, right? Yeah,
and the one referee is selling the whole match.
That's the sideshow Carney aspect to it, man. That's where it came from.
It is. That's the roots of wrestling, and I think that we're finally getting with people. I think it was the isolation that we had where everything was just about WWE for the longest time before AEW.
That's all there really was after the downfall of WCW. So for a long time,
that's all we had. I mean, we had New Japan was still a thing, Ring of Honor was still a thing, but TNA will always have been a thing. We'll always talk about TNA.
And NWA had faded away.
NWA had started to fall away
until the dude that wrote, To the Rat in the Cage revived it. I mean.
Which is wild. Shout out to Billy Corgan, though.
I love it.
You gotta love Billy Corgan, man. Like Billy, the fact that the dude that wrote fucking Tonight owns a wrestling organization and saved a fucking wrestling company is fucking beautiful.
It still fucks me up. Like every time I hear the Smashing Pumpkins, all I think of is he fucking owns the NWA and did a killer job when he had Nick Aldis as the world champion.
When I first bought Melancholy and Infinite Sadness, I never thought in a million years that Billy Corgan was a wrestling fan.
You got something, Joker?
No. I'm here for it.
So if we want to get away from WWE for just a moment, I feel like we go ahead and skip to the next part where we start talking about Juggalo Championship Wrestling in a little bit more detail.
Because that's just that just is all gimmick in itself because it's fucking juggalos.
Juggalos in itself, I feel like I'm probably the wrong person to speak on this. And I swear to God that they better not come after me. But
they will.
They will. I have plenty of Fago. It's okay. We can be friends.
Fago, you said.
But the act of being a juggalo in and of itself, again, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Juggalos, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like anything, that is a real life gimmick. They took something.
That's a fucking lifestyle.
Right, but they took that and they took the gimmick to the next level.
Yes.
And they took that gimmick style of being like, all right, I'm Kevin, right? But now I'm going to be insert Juggalo name. I knew people who gave themselves Juggalo names. Maybe I'm wrong, but I knew the Pope. It's a whole different conversation, but they had a whole persona that went along with it. And then after a while, when you have, people who are like-minded, who all have a central thing that they're embracing, and it's like, well, I like this, and I like this, and I like this, and I like this. We all like this, and they gathered together. I use the term gather on purpose. They gathered together, and they become like this family, and it becomes like a lifestyle.
I mean,
exactly. Just like that.
I mean, I guess Joker can back me up on this. Like back in the day when, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the earliest song, Real Box and stuff like that came out. We didn't know it was going to be the way it is.
Yeah, I know.
It was they got such a following so quick. I watched them at the Brewery Thunderdome down here, and he picked. That was a Great Malenko tour. And I watched Violent J pick up a chick over his head and bench press her just like a wrestling move, and then body slam her into the crowd. And like, ICP has always been wrestling. Wrestling has always been part of the Juggalo community. So to find out that it's an actual wrestling organization is great.
Well, they were in WCW. They did the music for the Oddities. So if you ever listen to like WWF, the music volume 3, the group The Oddities had a dope theme. By the way, it was a dope.
Yeah, but remember the hardcore Joker. Remember the hardcore DVD that they put out and everything for wrestling and stuff, and they did the commentary for it. I mean,
and that was the birth of Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, 1999.
99, and to fast forward now to 26, it's come a long way. Granted, look, people are going to gripe about production value. Okay, anybody that watches anything other than the major products is gonna gripe about production value. You have to remember that it's professional wrestling, yes, but they're still an indie brand. So their production value.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was interrupting you. Go ahead.
Their production value, their budget is put more into their tour time, their background shit that they got going on, and they are dependent upon the fan base 100%. They are guaranteeing that while they're on tour with JCW, that they don't even have to do an ICP show. It's the Juggalo name is already attached to it, so you already.
Whoa! It tours.
Yeah, they don't just do it in one spot. Hell, Terry Harper has them in Louisville all the time.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. Now,
it's amazing to where they've come now, and like I said earlier, it's a gimmick-ridden fucking brand.
Oh yeah,
and that's why for me it's entertaining and it's wicked fun because every talent that's on there, minus the few that come from like major brands that aren't signed anymore, like Nick Nemeth coming in and putting on fucking Juggalo makeup, fucking, you know, guys like him that are coming in and doing that, or you got OVW talent that come and play. So
I think J-Rod is their champion, is their women's champion right now.
Yeah. So it's not like you just have this whole Juggalo aspect. When you think Juggalo, you think the face paint, the clown, and ICP. It's not just that when it comes to Juggalo Championship Wrestling. It is a legitimate fucking professional wrestling company that puts on awesome fucking shows.
I mean, they were. I mean, well, the ICP doing all of it. I mean, they were pushing Cactus Jack before Cactus Jack was really big in the major brands.
Yeah,
because he was in because he was just always hardcore Mick Foley doing his thing. So I mean, they have a passion for it, which is something that I appreciate undoubtedly with ICP being behind it, but whoever else is involved with it, that's a passion company.
Yeah.
And people with passion are going to keep all the things that make wrestling great alive.
Yeah. Now, I was watching 46, the one we're going to kind of talk about here, and I'm like, what are they doing now? What's the newer one now? And I'm watching it now. You know who's on the last episode they did? Vince Russo.
Vince Russo is.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He's supposedly like part owner is the storyline. Like he is part owner with Joe. Yeah. I'm not a big Vince Russo fan.
I'm not a fan of Vince Russo.
Well, yeah, but I think that's what makes it beautiful because you already hate the guy.
I'm not
already a hill.
It gives him legitimacy. It gives JCW legitimacy.
Well,
Vince Russo is will give you the same vibe as my greatest heel of all time, Logan Paul.
Fuck Logan Paul.
Shut up. He's great.
He's injured.
But anyway, go back to JCW.
Can we fire Logan Paul?
Another great gimmick.
Another great T-shirt. The
Joe
FLP T-shirt is on DeWanDellHearn.com.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that shirt's been that was one of the first ones. Let me throw some names out of here from the show that we had watched. We had this. He was almost my wrestler of the week.
Luigi Primo.
Almost Luigi Primo.
The
it's just an Italian. It's just like a New York City Italian pizza dude. He does this with his little pizza dough the whole fucking match.
Again, I love JCW because they're doing characters that would get any other company canceled quickly.
Good. I like that.
And I don't even think that that's a cancelable character because who's to say he's not a pizza maker from New York?
Yeah.
He's literally a gimmick. He's literally a stereotype.
And I love it. I'm here for it.
We mentioned Mecha Wolf.
Mecha, yeah.
We mentioned cocaine.
I love cocaine. He's so great, dude. It's such a good.
It's Kane.
It's such a.
It's like regular height Kane in a black and white mask.
And cocaine. He gets juiced up by fucking pulling out a bag every match. And he fucking takes a bump, and he fucking.
Is that where he went to with JCW?
Who?
Because I saw some YouTube videos of him. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah, cocaine. And since it's Pride Month, there's also Gain.
Yes, Gain,
which is
Gain.
Kane, but in rainbow
outfit. Yeah.
So shout out to both of them. Happy Pride. Now the one that was my favorite, and when I saw the full name, I had to like make sure I wrote it down to get it right. He is the man of 1,000 gimmicks, and the one that featured on that show.
He came out chili cheese fries.
Head manager, chili cheese fry maker Mike. That was the whole name. Head manager, chili cheese fry maker Mike.
This man came out with a deep fry basket and was feeding fucking juggalos fucking chili cheese fries.
Hold on. Break it down a little bit further. He comes out with the basket, right? Comes out the ring, out the gate with the basket of fries. Takes out the can of chili. Takes out the can of chili. Pops open the can of chili. Dumps the can of chili on the fries. Mind you, it's a basket. It's all open. It's just dumping it on fries.
Yeah.
Fucking everywhere.
He pulls out a container of seasoning. Goes to shake it. Nah, takes the lid off. Just dumps
all that shit on there.
Then he takes the tongs and he's mixing it all up. He's got little containers. He takes the chili cheese fries, gives it to the guy at commentary, and then just takes the basket around the ring.
Look,
giving fries out to people.
I'm not body shaming because juggalo bitches, look, juggalettes will admittedly say they are fat bitches. There were some fat bitches in the front row begging for fucking basket of fries.
And got them.
Like,
wow.
And we're excited. Like,
and you know what people will buy?
And the guy and the person next to them didn't. And I could see the look of saltiness on their face. And
the bad part is that gimmick's going to sell because it's fun. And you can sell chili cheese fries at your fucking event and make money off of it. And that's why gimmicks are important.
It's so stupid.
I buy it. Take the wallet. Just take
this
it.
This is a dude that like comes out with a different gimmick every match. So
I mean, that's kind of fucking smart, really.
It's brilliant, especially if you're gonna do it just nothing but run through the indies. It's a fucking no brainer because now you're not you're not tied down to one certain thing, and you can go and you can have a plethora of fucking merchandise that you can go and you can set up your fucking table and look around and be like, all these other asshats have like 1 or 2 different shirts and you got 20 because why? Because I got gimmicks out the ass, son.
I mean, if AAA doesn't have stuffed iguanas at their merch booth.
Oh, I'm sure they.
Well, they have to because fucking WWE owns them.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, that's another thing with like gimmicks of how much stuff you can sell. How much different crap you can merchandise yourself. I mean, Yogurt from Spaceballs told us great. It's all about the fucking merchandising. Spaceballs the lunchbox. Spaceballs the flamethrower. I mean, that's why you do gimmicks, and that's why because you can only sell so many fucking t-shirts.
I'll say
people want to buy tangible weird shit.
Dead serious. I have to. So consider this: if you sell food at the wrestling event where head manager chili cheese fry maker Mike is, put respect on the full name, like a basket by itself probably wouldn't sell a whole lot. Like you could price it. You could justify raising the price by at least $1
because
putting his fucking face fucking bill or his name on it somewhere on that basket.
Put the basket. It's a fucking it's a souvenir you're taking
now.
Home.
Yes, exactly.
Souvenir you're taking
it's
home.
A dirty basket that you had chili cheese fries.
Dirty cheese fries.
Motherfucker,
we're gonna drink.
And they will wipe that motherfucker clean.
It's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
It's
but
so stupid.
It fucking works. Why? Because it's pro fucking wrestling.
And it's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Dude, I'm telling you, that whole episode was so much fun. And like when you said it to me, I was like, I've already watched this. Like, why did you send this to me? And like, I sat there. I legitimately sat there for like 10 minutes, like staring at the message. Like, why did you send this to me?
How am I supposed to know what you've watched already?
Everything, because he's just as bad as you are.
But no, I'm glad that you did, because it had been that long that I said I watched that episode, number one, but it was because of what we're talking about tonight. It definitely put it all in perspective of what, for me as a fan, what I look for in a gimmick to make me want to like that wrestler.
Yeah.
There were so many gimmicks, like Jayson said, in the 80s and the 90s, that I remember being a kid in the 80s, and gimmick, every wrestler was a gimmick.
Yep.
To where growing up,
Brutus the Barber Beefcake,
a gimmick.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake.
Actually, I think his persona was really who the fuck he was. The only part of the gimmick was just the snake.
Go watch Beyond the Ring. Go watch the Beyond the Ring episode. It's fucking amazing. That son of a bitch has been through some shit. So.
Yeah, no, I watched it. I've met him a few times, actually. I got to hang out with him a little bit. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I just, there's so much now that gimmick-wise,
it's lacking. It's dead. I mean, it's just.
Well, in the major brand, when are we going to talk about him? Because right now.
Go for it.
Danhausen.
Yeah! You are cursed.
This son of a bitch. Look, not many people realize it. Danhausen is his fucking name.
Is it really?
That is the first thing about Danhausen that you need to understand. That is his actual last name. Now, the other thing about Danhausen that I want to bring to your attention, he did not start and get famous from the WWE, sons of bitches.
God,
no.
Oh, no.
Or AEW.
In here.
Or AEW.
No.
Put some fucking respect on his name when you talk about him, or he will curse you, and that shit is real, because the motherfucking Knicks are going to win the goddamn NBA fucking championship.
I swear to God, if they do. If the Knicks... Have you followed that, Jayson?
Yeah, I've seen it.
All right, so just in case, real quick, I'm going to let Joker finish because he's on a roll. But he cursed Stephen A. Smith, and then he lifted the curse off the Knicks. Because that was the curse he put on Stephen A. Smith. He lifted the curse, right? So first he cursed them, and they were losing. Then he lifts the curse, and they haven't lost since.
And my Knickerbockers are not cursed anymore, and they're going to win the fucking NBA championship.
I'm just saying, if they do.
Why? Because of Danhausen.
If they do, this is what we're talking about with opportunity. If they do, if the Knicks win, the cross promotion with Danhausen
will be outrageous.
Not for WWE, for the Knicks.
Just him.
Him.
Yeah,
for the Knicks to take Danhausen and be like, we need all kinds, like Danhausen helped us win. Because mind you, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, while I obviously WWE has rights to it now because he works for them, there's a lot of shit that's Danhausen merch that Danhausen has rights for.
He owns the rights to his shit.
So that's
awesome.
Work with the Knicks. He needs to work with the Knicks and have Knicks Danhausen stuff.
Give me your human dollars.
Just a Knicks fucking jersey with Danhausen on the back of it, dude.
I'd buy one. I don't even fuck with the Knicks like that.
Look, this dude is a genius. He has trademarked everything about himself from his fucking name to his face.
I saw that episode interview with him where he trademarked his paint.
He was with the company no less than a month and became the #1 merchandise sales of the company, and they haven't seen sales like this in over 20 fucking years.
It shows you that gimmicks work.
Tell me that gimmicks are stupid and they don't work. Stop watching wrestling and go fuck yourself.
No, gimmicks 100% work, man.
I can't say anything greater than that. No, but they were like, this is Austin level, and Austin's the greatest T-shirt is
Austin 316.
The Austin 316. It's a black shirt, white print, basic ass font. Austin 3:16. He said one thing, one time on one show.
Once.
They make a T-shirt. It's the greatest professional wrestling.
And he made it up off the cuff.
Off his dome.
Don't forget that. It wasn't planned. It wasn't written. He made it up out. He pulled it out of his ass.
He had gotten injured. He had went to the hospital, came back. They came back like, all right, before your match, Jake the Snake Roberts ran. He had his biblical character. And we all know the story, but in case you don't, he goes in there, does the match, wins King of the Ring, and does his little post-match interview. It's like, you talk about your Psalms, you talk about your John 3:16s. Austin 3:16 said, I just whipped your ass. Sold.
Yep.
Billions of shirts. We're on that level of selling. Mind you, right now, there is Jey Uso with the Yeet stuff. There is still John Cena stuff. There is Roman Reigns stuff. There is Cody Rhodes stuff. There's Rhea Ripley stuff.
Yeah.
Number one. Danhausen.
In less than a month of being signed to the company. One appearance, the first fucking appearance, which got laughed at, clowned, almost clowned to the point where I was afraid he was not going to be with the company very long. That next week, his merchandise sales went through the roof before he even stepped in the ring to show the world what he can do on the WWE fucking platform. Brilliant. Brilliant. And he's a hell of an in-ring talent.
And Raw needed it because, like, SmackDown's got R-Truth. So, I mean, they have their relief. It's not, they're total different personas, total different characters.
It's an entertainment aspect. He's not even just comedy. I don't even want to put him as just comedy because
no, he's not comedy. He's an entertainment aspect. He is, I mean, because he's bigger. R-Truth is just like, he says some off the wall shit, and you're just like, you know. With Danhausen, I mean, he's coming down the ring in a car. Like, you will have, if you don't, you will have. Just like you have the Munsters coach, you're going to have the Danhausen card.
Did they really already?
WWE has this shirt. It's on WWE Shop.
No shit. But next you're going to
sold. I'm telling you right now, the dude is a genius, and everything about what they are doing with him right now is on the right path.
Yeah.
They've given him in-ring time. They are starting to do a push work where there's somebody supposed to be coming back that he's like with his powers, because Danhausen is supposed to be a supernatural character. Don't forget that either.
Right.
The gimmick isn't just face paint. He's supposed to be a vampire type character. He's supposed to be supernatural. I'm waiting for the fucking teeth to come out a little bit more.
Yeah. There's a lot to, and you got to go back and look at all sorts of indie stuff. You know, another gimmick that I honestly, I'm a huge fan of. Probably one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW. It's Orange Cassidy.
I love Orange Cassidy.
I went back and watched a bunch of old Orange Cassidy matches before there was an AEW.
He's still the same dude.
It's mind-blowing what Orange Cassidy has been able to get over in pro wrestling. Like,
who comes out to one fucking firework?
Yeah,
and then all he does is this.
That's great.
His new shirt. As soon as he came out this week with that shirt on, I was like, I want that shirt. It's stupid as fuck. It's dumb as hell. It's his face sideways. And you take your glasses off and it fucking goes over his eyes. It's dumb as shit. But my dumb ass wanted to buy it. So that means 20,000 other motherfuckers around the world are like, I want that shirt.
Yep.
And that's the beauty of wrestling gimmicks.
Gimmick.
Because, okay, sure, Randy Orton is great. I'm a big fan of Randy Orton. Love Randy Orton. Swerve Strickland, fantastic. Love Swerve.
Yeah.
MJF, we've talked how we all know how we feel about MJF.
It's my guy. He's my guy.
But talk about people who live the gimmick. Nobody lives the gimmick better than MJF.
Yeah.
He lives the gimmick.
He is his gimmick.
every day.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just him turned up to like 11, 12, or 13. Like, I mean,
that's another level.
He likes being, and I'm not saying that he doesn't enjoy it. Like, the dude likes being a fucking prick. So, I mean, I like being a prick too. So, I mean, I like him.
Hey, look, I've said it on previous shows. MJF, anybody representing MJF, let him come on our show and burn me, please. I want him to cut a fucking nasty ass promo on me. And like you said, it'd be fun to have him go through the haunt cutting a promo.
Oh yeah, just shitting ever on every fucking thing.
That'd be so much fun.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be so fun.
That'd be the best video that instant. And of course, we can't get away without talking about what is still the greatest gimmick in all of professional wrestling. Timeless Tony Storm.
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm is awesome.
Tony Storm was great, but when Tony went timeless. And she went for that 1920s
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, so like,
I like it when a normal wrestler can like adapt to a gimmick. I think that's really important. I mean, to where you can take. I mean, Bray was really good at it, but there's lots of others where you take them from their face persona into their hero persona, and their hero persona is something just off the cuff, totally different. And Tony Storm did it great, but there's lots of others that have in the past and as of today, and just be able to. Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is one.
Becky Lynch becoming the man. As a persona. How that shifted. First of all, it subverted everything with a woman identifying as the man.
The man.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, because I remember there was a lot of pushback from other female wrestlers at that time, because they felt that
it was a downplay on the fucking evolution.
Yeah, they were thinking like, well, the top stars playing. Why couldn't she be the woman? Why can't we use this to boost women? And she did.
Yeah.
She put herself as an absolute badass. And I'll tell the WWE this: you fucked up by not giving her the Intercontinental Championship when there was only one. She should have been the second woman to hold that title. You would have re-legitimized Becky Lynch if she had won the original Intercontinental title.
She should have been the first.
The first world title. Yeah.
But yeah, like that.
That should have been China. But
wrestlers that can adapt that persona and take on a gimmick and actually sell that gimmick shows the masterclass in acting that nobody ever respects wrestling for, is their acting abilities to being able to what they do. They are, majority of them, the good wrestlers, the ones that can cut promos, the ones that can come out and actually sell everything they're doing, tell the story within the match and everything, is a masterclass in acting. And I think that's where people, we know it, but like people don't show enough respect to the aspect of the acting capabilities of professional wrestling and sports entertainment.
Absolutely.
Because it is acting. I mean, that's why a lot of them go off to be really good actors. Cena's a great actor. Rock's a phenomenal actor. Batista's amazing. I'd say Batista's probably the best.
Batista out of the three. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love John Cena in his comedic roles and stuff like that. The Rock is always great. But I watched Smashing Machine the other night finally, and that was one of his first like really serious roles, and he killed that role. So he has became a legitimate actor and not just playing The Rock in a movie. But Batista definitely, like, he's been in so much different versatile films. It shows like how much that they learn from being able to do this live, off the cuff, making it up as they go. One take. You don't get do-overs. You don't get cuts in a second take. So, and I think that's a lot of respect that needs to be thrown to professional wrestling, even the indies and everybody, of just how much of an actor you have to be. And I don't know. I've always thought that was something that's overlooked in wrestling. We always talk about in-ring abilities, cutting promos, which is acting, but nevertheless cutting promos and stuff like that. But the actual acting that these guys have to do to pull off to make it a believable character for you to believe it, especially in today's day and age, because everybody knows that, you know, it's predetermined and it's I don't want to say use the word fake, but like, you know, these people are friends.
You used it like 8 times earlier.
Well, probably. I don't like using the word fake with it because, I mean, these guys are stuntmen.
I'd like to remind our fans and our listeners that the opinions and viewpoints of Jayson William Allen do not personally reflect the Moon or myself in any.
I mean, you can comment me. I'll cut a fucking promo on anybody's ass worse than MJF. So, I mean, he'll lose his job if he goes too far. I don't have it. I won't.
We've talked about
okay, it's
Tony
fake.
Storm.
Whatever.
We've talked about Tony Storm. We've talked about Danhausen.
Danhausen!
We'll never get monetized, but we talked about cocaine. That's the wrestler.
Cocainehouse.
We're talking about it's a wrestler. It's his name. That's his name.
I like Cocaine. He's great.
Are we ready? Are we ready to talk about the main?
Yes. Yes, I've been waiting for this.
Our actual wrestler of the week.
It was so great.
Our actual
match
of the week.
Match of the year.
Now, there's a certain thing I want to talk about this before we talk about the match itself. I want to run the clock back a little bit. Let's remember that there was a how I want to go about this. Fuck it, directly. I'm me. I can do what I want.
Shoot it the fuck. Go for it.
Just go for it. Fuck it.
So there was a lot of backlash during this new administration of the American government at the time when there was a lot of movement against Latin Americans, particularly Mexicans, and there was a big effort of weaponizing ICE to deport people who really don't need to be deported. Maybe we had a better system for people working in citizenship. Maybe we would have to worry about any of that bullshit. I digress only for a moment. The WWE, for whatever reason, thought it was a great idea to take a great wrestler like Chad Gable and put him in a story that led him to come back as quite possibly the most offensive Latin character I could possibly.
I really didn't know it was Chad Gable. I really didn't.
Since the Mexicools, which is another conversation I don't want to have. The Mexican, huh?
We did.
I know we already did. But how in the world did we take from the Gulf of America a character that was specifically geared to ruffle the feathers of American liberals? Let's just say how it was. It was intended to ruffle the feathers of American liberals and really draw in that heat. Turned into, so it's the gimmick, an injury, a rebrand, and somehow this is the number one most popular wrestler in all of fucking Mexico.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Something that was supposed to be so satire and offensive to liberals and everything, and like Mexico's just like, this is our savior.
He is the pride of Mexico.
I think the mural says
a German guy.
Says something to the effect of a Mexican is a Mexican regardless of where he's born.
Yes,
because played by Ludwig Kaiser, he is a German man playing an American man playing a Mexican luchador. Somehow, now this is how serious he took it.
No,
he learned. That's his thing. This is it.
Really?
Yeah, he does this all the time. Now the arm doesn't go out. The arm doesn't go out.
Yeah. But it but you know where it is.
I wasn't watching AAA television, so I don't know what this signifies. I'm sure there's a reason for it that I just missed.
Yeah.
But somehow, some way, this gimmick leads to, because Chad Gable had it, got hurt. They put Ludwig Kaiser in this gimmick. They took 2 English dudes to back him up because they're English. These are 2 guys from
They're from Britain.
They're from
Oh
Britain.
shit!
Neither one of them are.
It's Pete Dunne and Tyler Bates. The 2 former WWE NXT UK champions, including the first and second. As a matter of fact, first and second. And by the way, if you haven't had a chance to go back and watch that initial tournament for the NXT UK Championship, whoa, watch that whole tournament. Pete
Dunne sold me on hurting people with fucking joint manipulation. The first time I saw that son of a bitch in the ring, I swear to God, he was breaking fingers.
Yeah. Pete Dunne, bruiserweight. If you don't know, now you know.
Sells it.
But how did we get here? Because legit, El Grande Americano versus the original El Grande Americano, mask versus mask, is, if I'm not mistaken, was rated higher than Takeshita Okada.
Yes.
It was rated higher than CM Punk Roman Reigns. It was rated higher than Rhea Ripley Jade Cargill. It is possibly one of the higher ranking matches of the year so far by people who care about how they rank matches.
As soon as the match was over, it was talked about match of the year, if not match of the decade.
It's powerful.
It shows you how, because you got to remember how long this gimmick, we're talking about gimmick, how long this gimmick, has been drawn out, and how offensive this gimmick is, how well perceived this gimmick is, and everybody playing along with this gimmick to come to the climax. We know who each one of them is. We know all this stuff, but even the fan base, knowing, played along with the gimmick of not knowing. That was the fun of it. It was so entertaining, and it drew everybody in, and it brought everybody together with it, that it's what made it sell so well. And on top of that, they probably had, literally, regardless of the gimmick, the best match of the year. Hands down, technicality wise, is how it sold.
And I think there's some respect has to go to Chad Gable and Ludwig Kaiser. Particularly Ludwig Kaiser in this respect, because he took the time to, all right, if I'm going to hold this character and particularly bring it to AAA, I'm going to perfect my Spanish. I'm going to be able to.
He learned Mexican. He did not learn just Spanish. He learned local fucking dialect.
So he learned the dialect.
Yeah. So,
which is hard.
And because that's like learning English, but then learning how to talk in a southern way.
And not with a talk like a normal fucking person in America.
Right. Because mind you, me and Jayson, we're currently residing in Kentucky. Joker is in practically Kentucky because it's in southern Indiana. He has better taxes than we do. It's fine. The taxes are better in Indiana. Our governor is better. But there's a southern way of talking.
Their side of the walking bridge is way better.
Oh yeah. There's no question there. Me and Jayson were driving through the other day. I'm just like, fuck. New Albany's so fucking clean.
Everything was clean.
So
I didn't step on a heroin needle and get an addiction.
It's fucking. Anyway, point here is that there's a southern way of talking that even people from Minnesota, Wisconsin, or from California and Washington, or from New York or Maine have a hard time fully understanding what we mean when we say certain particular phrases. So there's a southern way of talking. So you can learn English all you want to, but there's a way you have to talk when you're down here.
Yep.
Let's do a couple little
It's that 11. It's that 11 herbs and spices lingo.
Brown
It
cow.
is because I'm black. You talk about chicken. Is that what it was?
Ah.
No, shut the fuck off.
No, but we season our food down here. That's the difference.
Our food has flavor.
We season our food with more than just cheese. Hi, Wisconsin. Shout out to all of our fans in Wisconsin. But no, seriously, like there's a lot of work that he put into legitimizing Grande Americana.
He embraced the culture. He embraced everything about lucha. I've said it several times. I love lucha wrestling.
Yeah.
It is different.
We're still waiting for Underground.
It is different than American wrestling. It's different than what you're seeing on these major brands. And that's why it's exciting that you do have these major companies that have now purchased these lucha brands like Triple.
Just hope they don't ruin it.
And I don't think they will, because the fan base of lucha is far, far different than American fans.
They won't.
They are so passionate and they love everything about it. It's a different thing. It's a different.
And I'm sure you guys have, but you watch like lucha, like independent lucha wrestling.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. It's fucking beautiful.
Oh yeah.
They get the crowd involved, over the top, and everything. Yeah.
Huge lucha fan, and that's why with these two guys this weekend, I wanted both of them to be my wrestler of the week because they both performed on a totally different level. I have never seen Chad Gable work like this ever. And
you knew he was good, but like this was different. This was brought him up here.
I remember American Alpha. American Alpha was a great tag.
Yes, but he brought something special to the table this weekend that I didn't know he had.
Yeah, if you go back and you watch tag like them in tag teams, Chad Gable was in American Alpha with Jason Jordan. And Ludwig Kaiser, before he was Ludwig Kaiser, went by his real name Marcel Bartel, and he was with what does he go right now? Giovanni Vinci.
Yeah.
And when they were a tag team, they were great tag teams.
Yes.
And they've done great work when Chad Gable comes up and he's got like American Alpha or the Alpha Academy or whatever. And then you have Imperium.
You're talking about
Imperium.
You're talking about a dude though that was giving gimmicks, and you talk about somebody that he stays through the bullshit. The Shorty G gimmick could have killed his whole career.
Should have killed his whole career. Shorty G should not have survived.
No.
But he owned Shorty G.
Owned it.
I almost forgot. I remembered Shorty G right before you said it.
Owned it.
I forgot about Shorty G. And I think as absolutely shitty as that gimmick was, absolutely trash.
He still got it over a little bit.
Shorty G is like Stardust.
Yeah. That is his Stardust.
You look at Cody Rhodes and you almost anytime he does that cartwheel across the ring, that's a little nod to Stardust that he never wants to talk about. But he knows we all know. He knows we all think he does the little cartwheel. That's all he does. Chad Gable has put himself in this match. Matter of fact, both of them have, because neither one of them are really respected.
No, they were both being underutilized at the time. Even when Chad got injured at the beginning of the whole Americano deal, it was still not being pushed the way that it could have been.
Yeah.
And then Kaiser took the wheel, and he's gonna ride this fucking train till the wheels fall off. And I don't think they're ever gonna fall off.
I'm not where he's at right now. Not in AAA. I don't think so.
I'd go so far as to say that there is no more Ludwig Kaiser.
No, Ludwig Kaiser.
Marcel Bartel is playing El Grande Americano. Ludwig Kaiser is gone.
Ludwig Kaiser is no more.
So what we alluded to earlier is the match that we know is coming. It has to come. It has to. Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom versus El Grande Americano at Triple Mania. Has it been announced? No. Will it be?
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
How much do you want to put on it? I'm gonna put dollars down.
I'm gonna put shit on it because they got to get a belt on him, and the only person to take the belt off of is Dominic, so it's got to happen.
In the past
Triple
month,
Mania is coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too far away. In the past month, how many times have we been wrong?
Do you realize how much Mexico is going to fucking explode when El Grande Americano gets the title? It's going to blow up.
Mega champion, it's going to be a different level for AAA.
So Triple Mania 34 is 2 nights. It's September 11th, September 13th. I think WWE has
2 different locations.
Yes.
I think the first night's in Vegas.
Something like that.
And then the second night is back in Mexico.
Yes. So I'm going to vote. I'm gonna put it out here. I think main event, night 2, Dirty Dom, a Grande Americano, AAA Mega Championship, and you can't let this sit for a year to do it again, to run it back, if you would. It has to be now. The iron is hot.
No DQ.
Must strike.
No DQ.
And it has to be some type of stipulation, really just amazing. Because here's the bad thing is, like, as great as the match was the other night, the El Grande match, the Dirty Dom and El Grande Americano has to be equally as good, if not better.
So I say that they tried to do the match sometime beforehand, and between Los Americanos and the Judgment Day, there's scuffle and a DQ. Do that early. Do that before Triple Mania.
Yes.
And then Triple Mania with the Judgment Day, with Los Americanos. This match, if it's no DQ,
falls count anywhere.
Yep.
I would even say not falls count anywhere, but no score. Difference being, I want all the action right there.
Right there.
I want the final beat of the match, center of the ring.
Okay.
Grande Americano, with or without the little plate, takes out, because there's already a story there.
Yeah.
There's already a story there with Dom having brought in Americano for help here and there.
Mexican street fight. That way they can use some knives and shit. I'm joking. That was a complete fucking joke.
The opinions of Jayson William Allen.
No, but it's got to have a stipulation where it can be better than you got to top. It's going to be hard, but they got to top that match.
I don't think you focus on trying to top. I get what you mean.
It's got to top it in some way.
I don't know if you can, though.
You can. You can always top it.
If you're trying, it's not going to happen.
No. But it needs to have the booking to have the ability to top it.
This is already a marquee match.
Plain.
It's already a marquee match. It hasn't happened yet, and it's already in the running for match of the year.
Yeah.
Because Marcel is not just a wrestler anymore. He is a legitimate fucking luchador.
That's insane to say. You're right, but that's insane to say.
Dominic Mysterio is a luchador. He's not just a professional wrestler anymore. He is a legitimate fucking luchador. So you are now taking a story that's there. Like you said, it's already there. The storyline is already there. You don't have to build it. It's already there. But you're taking 2 luchadors not two wrestlers.
And that actually matters. It's kind of like if someone said, hey, go ahead and buy your Oba versus Roman ticket now. We know the match is coming. And what stipulation does it need? Doesn't need one.
It doesn't.
It's Oba Femi versus Roman Reigns. Ula Fala versus Red Beads. Like, it's the battle of the beads at this point.
Pepper necklace. Battle of the beads. Pepper necklace. We already did a battle for the beads.
All due respect to the
with Solo.
But technically the Jacob match was.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We all know that match is coming. And we already know it's sold. Like, it sells itself because of what it is. Because of the work that Oba has already done and the work that Roman's already done. Shout out to Dominic Mysterio embracing the gimmick that was his father of Eddie Guerrero. We probably should have talked about that early. Dominic Mysterio and the work that he has done to being one of the greatest heels of all time.
That dude has been a gimmick since he was like fucking 9 years old.
Yeah.
I think it was younger. I think he was like 7 or 8.
He was like 5 or 6 when they did the fucking Eddie thing.
Yeah.
WWE's been working him harder than a fucking Chinese sweatshop. Yep. You're welcome.
That gimmick of Eddie's son has been circling Dominic Mysterio since he was like 6 or 7. And now it's playing into Dirty Dom.
He still plays the deadbeat dad gimmick, man.
And that still goes. Like, I mean, we all know that the Dom gimmick is the Dom and Ray gimmick. Like, Dom's going to be Ray's retirement match. And it should be.
Should be.
And look, now it's going to be even more possible because they have just made Rey Mysterio the freaking GM of AAA.
Right.
On-air authority character.
What better way to retire in ring? I don't have to wrestle anymore. I'm fucking GM of AAA.
So,
do you think he would retire in WWE or in AAA?
Is there a difference anymore?
No, because it's owned by the same company.
No, but what stage would you retire him on?
I think AAA.
AAA. If I was to choose, AAA.
Yeah, AAA.
Rey Mysterio is the name itself. The history of the name Rey Mysterio goes beyond Rey
Junior.
Mysterio.
Yeah.
So
to his uncle.
Yeah, it would make sense to do it in Mexico.
Like, I think Ray, he'll keep wrestling, but yeah, that retirement match needs to be in AAA, and I think you have the story building up to it with Dom and Ray, with Ray being in charge and in charge of the title, and that leading into El Grande, because that's September, dude.
Yes,
it's just June.
It's 3 months.
I know, that's sad.
Not that far away.
Looking at the calendar, about 3.5. It's 3.5 months.
Don't remind Joker. That's when he's his busiest. He's like, fuck work.
Thanks for the reminder that time is not my friend right now. Time is not my buddy.
But it's still 3.5 months. But it's still 3.5 months.
But it's 3.5 months. It's not that much time. But you can tell a lot of story in 3.5 months.
You can. Now I'll ask you guys this question: should Dom Mysterio be mega champion when this happens?
Between his dad?
No, the El Grande match. When El Grande wins the mega championship, should he take it off of Dom?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't want to see him take it off of anybody else.
No, it has to come off Dom. Dom is probably the great. Right now, Dom is the greatest heel that Lucha has. So
he's one of the greatest heels that wrestling has.
Yeah.
Outside of MJF.
Yeah.
So other than Logan Paul, because Logan Paul's great.
It legitimizes El Grande as not just the pride of Mexico, but as the face.
Yeah.
Not just the physical face of AAA, but the face, the
baby
good
face.
guy.
El Grande is going to be the John Cena of Mexico.
The top guy that is a good guy.
Yep.
Is going to be legitimized from taking the title off of Dominic.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about the drama of the match?
I said what I said. Fight me. What, the drama of the match?
All the stuff. Honestly, I don't even know how to talk about that match specifically. El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. I don't know how to talk about that match specifically because
amazing. That's all you could say. It was just an amazing match.
That's kind of the point. Like the match itself, if you sit down and watch it. Now, mind you, this is the guy who's not been watching all the AAA week to week. So you literally just walk in to see El Grande versus El Grande, and it's still magic.
I mean, regardless of the storyline, regardless of the gimmick, the match itself was just phenomenal. You could have just tuned in watching wrestling for the first time, and that would have got you hooked to watching wrestling.
Yeah.
It was that damn good.
The storytelling through physicality of the taking away of the mask, just the initial tear, the very first tear of the mask of OG making the first tear.
Yeah.
Told the story of here's where we're going.
Yeah, and the story of just like everybody's mask slightly getting torn off was chef's kiss. It was perfect.
Yeah, and then the poetic side of him at the end, you know, having his family come in and him relinquishing the face of El Grande to El Grande Americano. And again, we talk about the physicality or the in-ring storytelling was there physically because, again, Chad Gable was on a different level than I've seen him ever. Marcel the same way. He's been leaps and bounds since he took this character. Since he took this character.
Absolutely
I've
insane.
watched his in-ring has been so much more fun to watch. Like, I'm not saying he was a bad wrestler before.
No,
don't fucking get it twisted and thinking that that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that he has found his niche. His gimmick is El Grande Americano.
Which is still wild to me. But again, like, it's to the point where I feel like it's appropriate. Like we said a moment ago, Ludwig Kaiser is dead.
It's no more.
It's there. There's no reason to be Ludwig Kaiser anymore.
I mean, shit, Marcel might be dead too. Like he might just be Americano.
You make a great point. To be honest, that's a great point. There may not have to. This just may be who I is. Like, because Rey Mysterio in the tradition of lucha,
you don't take your mask off.
You just are. Like Rey Mysterio,
go everywhere with that.
Rey Mysterio's name is Oscar, but you don't talk about Oscar. No one talks about fucking.
No, actually, it's the first time I've ever heard his real name.
Right. Exactly. He's been wrestling for like 20-something, 30-something.
And he's wrestled without a mask on and with a mask on. So
right.
Yes.
Which I thought was really funny. He was on commentary talking about how once you lose your mask, that's it. And I'm thinking, bitch, didn't you lose your mask?
Let's rewind, son.
Yeah, the 90s didn't die completely. Like we still.
I remember blonde Rey Mysterio.
He's living in that alternate universe that everybody talks
about.
Never
happened. It was in WCW, so it didn't happen.
That was OG Rey Mysterio, not the real Rey Mysterio. No, but like that's the thing. Like he's El Grande Americano now.
Yes.
Like Ludwig Kaiser, like we should not even use that name anymore.
Never.
No, it's gone. I mean, it was just a past character he played.
And And being as big a lucha fan as I am, I want to see him live this gimmick.
Yeah, no, he has to.
I don't
think
want to see any TMZ footage of Marcel without his fucking mask.
and the thing is, like, I think
unless he's in court,
I think because he learned
obviously
Spanish, he learned Mexican, he's taken over this whole persona. I think he's really fell in love with the character enough to actually
and I hope so
be this lived gimmick.
To be a luchador and to wear the mask is in their culture is a very big deal.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about the predetermined side of wrestling. Set that shit aside. The culture of lucha is part of Mexican culture.
Right.
So when you see paintings and murals in Mexico City of just a lucha mask, it's not just a mural. It's probably it's to give tribute to a past luchador that's probably dead and gone. So that's where he's now the pride of Mexico. So this, I don't think needs to be a gimmick anymore. It needs to be who he is. It needs to be his persona. It needs to be who he is.
Today in Moon Eagles Wrestling, we mourn the death of Ludwig Kaiser.
Yeah.
As we celebrate the life and legacy of El Grande.
El Grande Americano.
Oh, I bet Gunther's sad.
Honestly, that first of all, shout out to his best fucking friend. How fucking proud would you legitimately be? Because
super proud.
Who's more over, El Grande Americano or Gunther?
Are you kidding? You just asked?
Not seriously. That was a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Gunther has to be proud. Like, all of wrestling has to be proud. AEW has to be proud. There are people who hated this gimmick with a passion.
I liked it.
Gracias. That was dumb as shit.
Fuck all that.
Exactly. That's why I liked it. It was that fucking stupid.
But what it has become to win us over.
To win American fans over is one thing. He won over lucha fans.
I have no idea how that happened. I legitimately do not know how it happened.
It's the great storytelling behind a very good gimmick.
It's the embracement of the character and the culture.
He won over an entire country. An entire country. The entire country of Mexico is praising the name of El Grande Americano. Let that sink in, fuckers.
I can't think of a single wrestler that is universally as loved in America as El Grande Americano is.
Rhea Ripley. And she's not American. She's fucking Australian.
Yes, she is. Oh. Sorry, I saw a thing today on Instagram that was Rhea Ripley bathwater in a can. It wasn't the post that made me laugh. It was the comments.
If you don't get me that for Christmas, we're not friends anymore.
I don't even want that in my search history, right?
It's in mine.
So yeah, as much as we love Jade Cargill and Ray Phoenix, and we talked about all these different things earlier, the true wrestler of the week, like honestly, it was hands down, it was obvious, and sometimes
it was both. It was both El Grandes. It can't really just be one. It was both of them, both those guys. Yeah,
it was the name of El Grande Americano.
Yeah,
which encompassed them both.
It was both of them that made the great match, man. And yeah. Bravo to those guys. I never thought I would applaud Chad Gable.
Hey,
and
look,
and that's it.
I never thought that I would say that I feel like Chad Gable right now is one of the best wrestlers on the planet.
Yep.
And this just highlighted how good both Marcel Bartel and Chad Gable always were.
Yes.
And they've got put up in tag teams, which is fine. A lot of great wrestlers get introduced in tag teams. We got Shawn Michaels out of a tag team, can possibly considered one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, out of a tag team. But to see them on this level, to see what they all dealt with and went through, the being, Walter's bitch or being Shorty G, and now they are two of the most respected wrestlers in the game right now.
Look, you're getting ready to see a side of Chad Gable.
That's what I'm waiting to see is what he does next.
When he comes
Take
back
out Penta.
When he comes back, I'm telling you, when he comes back to main roster WWE, it's going to be either Penta or he's going to go straight for a fucking one of the world titles.
I don't want him there yet.
I don't either. I would love to see him go for the IC title and take it off Penta.
Yeah.
I love Penta and I love seeing him as the IC champion, but
after that match, he needs some type of flowers because that was impressive.
How about this? We get Chad Gable versus Penta, takes the IC title off of Penta, and then we do the run, a feud with LA Knight.
Ooh.
I would like an LA Knight Chad Gable feud. That'd be good.
Here's why I'm voting for this. Because where Chad Gable was is where I think LA Knight is.
Yeah.
Where Chad Gable is where LA Knight needs to be. And I think through that channel, they can work with each other enough that Chad Gable, even in defeat for a bit, can put over LA Knight in a way that just lights him.
They best not put him back with the Alpha Academy. Do not make that man a clown again.
I think they're busting that apart with the whole Maxine Dupree going with the Vision.
Oh, I agree, but they still find a way to put his ass in a faction.
And then she'll just be in the hospital, so it really doesn't matter.
But it's the creeds you have to worry about.
Yes,
it's the creeds you have to worry about. He was with
that
the creeds.
Yeah, because of yeah.
So
no, they need to go away. That he needs to be a solo single wrestler.
He needs to show back up and say, "Hey, man, I've got shit to handle. Do what you guys got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Let me do me."
Yeah.
I mean,
he needs to come back in. He needs to come back in and be Gable Angle, and sell it.
Yeah, but I think he's doing stuff that like Kurt couldn't do until he got the TNA.
Okay. At least you said until he got to TNA.
Until he got the TNA, because TNA Kurt is a different Kurt than WWE.
Yeah, it's totally different. Yeah,
he was a badass.
Yeah, I don't even really fuck with WWE Kurt anymore.
I do think that like that match alone is going to bring Chad a different level of respect than he had when he goes back to main roster from the fans.
He will be like cheered through the street like that. You need him on Raw. You need to do the bumper that says, "Hey, in the next segment, Chad Gable returns." Put him in a match. Have his opponent come out first. This way, the next person to come out is Chad Gable.
Yep.
Pause. New music or go back to something's got to present differently. Chad Gable comes out alone. That's how you reintroduce Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Say nothing. Let him beat the shit out of whoever that dude is in the ring.
And then cut a promo.
That's it.
Cut a promo.
That's how you get Chad Gable. It has to be done exactly that. I know how it sounds, but it has to be exactly that way because you want to make sure everyone in the crowd knows Chad is coming. Matter of fact, do the bumper, have his opponent come out before the commercial break.
I got it.
Okay.
The Obafemi Open Challenge. You said nobody could beat Obafemi. Chad Gable right now could beat Obafemi.
I like where you went with that. I like where you don't want to admit it. I don't really want to see Ova lose either. But
at least go the distance.
He
would at least go the distance with him. He would go the distance with him and get respect on his return.
I would be comfortable with a double count out or
there's your Brock Lesnar interference. There's your Brock Lesnar interference.
I want no interference.
No.
Chad needs the legit win.
This is his moment to show that he's not old Chad Gable anymore. This is his moment to show that his time of learning the art of lucha was worth something.
Yeah.
And now he's coming home and he's kicking the shit out of the guy that's everybody's saying nobody can beat. And especially somebody they're going to count out fucking Chad Gable being the guy to do it. Chad Gable's kind of cut, y'all.
I honestly wouldn't mind Chad Gable and Gunther feud.
That actually makes more sense. Gunther's got the whole thing with Cody right now. They're going for the rematch.
Yeah, but they can't keep going with that because it's a shit storyline.
But honestly, though, if you let that run and get the belt off Cody on Gunther and then put Chad Gable against Gunther for the WWE Championship.
Yeah, but you're talking a little over a year's worth of storyline to play with.
You wouldn't.
I'm talking about right now.
Right now, what he needs to overcome. Yeah,
you wouldn't have to do it over a year. Because how pissed off would Gunther be if he wins the title off of Cody and a week or two later loses the title to Chad Gable?
Chad fucking Gable. The dude that just got beat by his friend.
But that's the thing, though. I don't want people cutting promos and trying to talk bad on him. You put respect on that motherfucker's name.
Yeah. I mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're right. I mean.
That's just as bad as pulling back the Shorty G comments. They already tried that once with Gunther and Chad.
Yeah.
I forgot Gunther was in that.
They already played that shit.
This is a different Gunther.
But it's a different Chad Gable, too. So the promos would have to be different. And all that would come out of Gunther's mouth would be some stupid shit and not, just not putting respect on it on his name.
That's the thing.
I get where Joker's coming from. Like, Chad's got to come back as a dominant force.
Exactly. I agree. I don't think Oba is the target. I do understand the story. You're right about the story and the presentation. I'm a little biased. I don't want it to be Oba.
Oh,
because Oba is he's on a different track right now. And I don't
What about I want to say this just because I don't like what's going on with it. I know it has to happen, but this Vision Seth Rollins thing just needs to come to a head and pop because, like, you can't ever get the Vision together because they're always, on vacation. They're all fucking beat up all the day. They hurt themselves more than Seth Rollins can.
Bronson Reed got in a car wreck yesterday.
Who did?
See, they're cursed. The only vision Paul Heyman should have had was the emergency room. Like, I mean,
Reed got rear-ended yesterday.
God damn!
They all got hurt in the order that they joined the
but Braun Breaker up against Chad Gable would be dope.
It would, and you could start things off right now. Chad Gable and Austin Theory would be dope.
Yeah.
Two
underdogs because I would like to see Austin Theory get a push because I don't like him, never have, but he's trying.
That's your match.
Chad Gable, Austin Theory.
That's it. That's your match.
It'll let Theory kind of breathe. Logan's out. Damn it, and let him be go solo for a little while, and a feud with Chad Gable would be pretty fucking dope.
Yeah. That's it. That's the match. Chad Gable, Austin Theory. That's
Now, see how hard was that at a creative meeting? Not hard at all. WWE.
Just hire us.
Yeah.
If shit comes to fruition, I need a paycheck.
Yes, we all do.
No shit.
We're splitting that out. On that note, though, we've gone almost a
long time. This is a good podcast, man. I had a good time.
We don't do short shows.
Well, there's no point. Fuck a timeline.
I dead set. I'm gonna put the new shirt out. It's gonna be this logo.
We have
and
to get
just
it made.
hashtag no short shows.
We have to get them made before we go to AEW.
It's just like a week. I can't get them here in a week.
You got a friend? You got a friend that can make something?
I did.
We'll figure it out. No short shows.
Don't forget, come to Malice Manor this weekend for Lord Rancor's birthday. Bring him some salt.
Bring him some salt.
And yeah, man, had fun.
So we're gonna plug literally fucking everybody.
I'm gonna be on a podcast tomorrow too.
All right.
Oh, you're on Star Chamber, ain't you?
Yeah.
Awesome. You're gonna have fun.
I didn't know
There's
you were
so
the guest
much
on Star
shit going
Chamber.
on, dude. I'm sorry.
I didn't know you were going to be on Star Chamber. I didn't know.
I saw the post. I saw the post on Instagram today.
Yeah, they
it was like 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah. So, okay, let's see if I can get through this.
Let's do it.
Tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock as our Joker joins Holly and Steven from Imaginarium on the Star Chamber show on the Podbean app. Yes, they're still doing live podcasts on Podbean for now. They are going to be moving, but you will tune into the Star Chamber show to figure out when and where they're moving to. Also, this weekend, Malice Manor, Rancor's birthday. Drop the address. What's the address?
640 Providence Way, Clarksville, Indiana.
Head there next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. No, Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday, this 5th and 6th for Rancor's birthday. I will actually be in Lexington for Scarefest, or Spawn and Scarefest, but they're not paying me.
I'll be at Spawn and Scarefest too on Saturday, but I'm still going to Rancor's birthday because that's a birthday I won't miss. Yeah.
Get a hold. I'm in Lexington. I'm not leaving. Gas prices are too high for me driving all the way. Go to our link in the description to find the information on MetalFest 15. Send them a like, a donation. Go to the event. It's only $15 for the day, $25 for the weekend. You can splurge for the weekend pass. It's fine. The economy sucks, but I think it's worth it. What the fuck else do we got going on besides any of that? That's it. Check out Jason William Allen on
JWA TV
and find Hallowed Hills Entertainment because
Hallowed Hills Entertainment. Yeah, we're doing some stuffs.
And find the award nominated Malice Manor Cribs.
Imaginarium. You know the dates to Imaginarium?
The 17th and 19th of July, because I will be there. Joker will be there. Jayson will be there. Jayson will be performing there. I will
on Friday.
Be present, and I will be there. On like,
you notice how he had to say he'd be there like 4 times, right?
Because I'll be there.
Ego.
I'll be there. Hey,
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Joker will be there.
I'll be there.
He'll also be there. And who else will be there? Joker will be there. We'll all be there. So
I'll be there.
So do all the things and like and subscribe, all the stuff that we tell you to do here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I stole that from the Millennial Mamas podcast. So shout out to Shalasia. We're promoting to this podcast because I can. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all the things. Share the shit. We out.
Later.